What is up, everybody? We are back with some more Dragon Quest VII Reimagined on Steam. So in the last one, we made our way through the very beginning of the game, and we are now in the very first town. I forget what it's called now, Molly Bowler or something like that. That's one where all the females are missing, just the males. He's trying to run, he's sweating, love it. Anyway, so we're picking up here. We had to go to the tower after we got the green gem to help heal the one hero in the town. And yeah, we were gonna head into this tower to kind of finish some things up. And I was gonna kind of do just a little bit of grinding here, very little. While I kind of talk about some thoughts of the game so far, and kind of where I think, about how it's going in this new direction, in comparison to the PS1 version, which is the only one that I have experience with because I did not play the 3DS version, which I know the 3DS version did change some things up. It shortened down the beginning. Some of the beginning stuff was also different. Like I said, I can't really fully speak to experience there, but I can speak about this version and the PS1 version. So, the PS1 version, and originally, when I first played through it, I kind of even made this a slight complaint. Though, as I look back on it now, with the changes they made to this from the original, I don't hate that the beginning of the original took as long as it did to really get things going. And that's because I put myself into the perspective of when that game would have been released. As I was thinking about this, between when I last played and when I'm playing now of this version. And, around that time period, and, you can say this even going back further than that, having many many games. When I say many, I mean like, M-A-N-Y. Having a lot of games was not a common thing. So you would typically want a game to last a long time, to have a lot of things to do in it. That's why we started seeing a lot of like new game pluses and things like that in games, to try and replay the game, because again, it was to kind of get you to want to get that game in the first place. So when we look at the length of the very first Dragon Quest VII for PlayStation 1, that complaint about how, when you're looking at, 2 plus 3, 3 plus hours to get to that first battle. It makes sense for the time period. And yes, by today's standards, when we look at that, it takes a while. It's, not needed. God, I look at my Steam library right now, and I've got, no crap, I didn't mean to do that again. I get for just freaking like auto-clicking here. We will heal Kiefer though. I got so many games in my Steam library that I've never even played. They're just sitting there, and they've been just sitting there this whole time. you know, and it wouldn't have been like that before. Nice. We learned men sauna. So while I originally kind of put that as a fault against the original, as I think upon it now, I don't put it as a negative. And again, I don't hate what they did here with this either. I think from the purpose of where we're at today with things, this was a great move. You know, there were still some little puzzle things that happened in there. Wait, it's gonna be gone, wouldn't it be? Oh no, it's... Okay, I see what it was. It was the brazier I was looking at. Anyway, but you know, they still retain some puzzle elements. Can we go behind? No, not really. They did retain some puzzle elements within this. Some fetch quest type thing. The other fetch questing being the 3 bottles of water we had to go get for our uncle. The puzzle being the we had the shadow puzzle. Attack in unison, jerks. Beautiful crit. But yeah, we had that shadow puzzle, which kind of reminiscent of some of the early puzzles at the beginning of the game. Nice. We've got the, there was that little rock pushing puzzle. I don't want to zoom. There was a rock pushing puzzle, which again, kind of really similar to when you first get into the place where the tablets are, or where you do the tablet puzzles, solving and all that stuff. So, you know, there were some things that were definitely reminiscent, and that was cool. You know, really harkening back to those things, and
here I go.
You know, letting older players, which, you know, I don't really fully classify myself as an older player because I've only been playing the Dragon Quest series now for a year and a half, but you know, I'm an older RPG player. I've been playing RPGs for a long time, so I do feel that you know, it harkens and calls to us older RPG players, while at the same time being friendly to newer RPG players. And when I say newer RPG players, I don't mean just necessarily people who are brand new to playing RPGs, just even the aspect of just with today's times. So I don't know, I don't hate the changes, and again, this is gonna be me being super picky with this here. The one thing I wish that could happen, and I understand why it can't, would be to have it where you could have the there we go, that's what I was trying to do. Where you could have the original, you know, play of the game in the realm of, like, you know, the different puzzles, and, you know, taking the 4 hours to get to that first battle. While also having the option to play the newer version like I am right now. So that would be like one change I would make. And again, that's more so just the older RPG player in me, the person who, you know, likes the old style of the gameplays. And again, this is a reimagined game, I get that. That's the other reason I'm saying I also completely understand why we wouldn't see like that, anything like that, and why this is as different as it is. It's supposed to be, you know, different. It's supposed to be new, you know, something to look forward to, whether you're a new player to the series or an older player to the series. I mean, holy crap, we were already job level 4. That is something they definitely sped up in this. The job leveling up. Well, it started a lot sooner too, because you didn't get your first job until... That's the prison thing, wasn't it? So, I mean, the fact that you're starting with jobs right off the bat also speeds things up.
Here I come. Take that.
Jerk. Now, there are definitely some changes that I definitely like for the better in this. The just straight shared inventory at all times, I absolutely love. Even though you could argue for the realism of each character having their own inventory, I could completely see why there could be an argument for something like that. So, but I do like that. That's a quality of life thing that I like. I love the aesthetics of the game and the way of how it looks. I think they did a great job designing this, while bringing it to a more modern look, while also at the same time still giving it that look of the old game. Wasn't there a way to... That's what I was looking for. So... Again, that's one thing I also really like about how they did this game. Now, one of the things that I gonna fault the game for, I feel like they have really handheld things, and I don't mean like in a of like it's mobile. I mean they've made it easy in regards to, I mean, you can just see everything on the map. You are literally pointed in which direction to go to. You know, I was looking for the tablets at the very beginning. It was, you know, showed me these are the 4 places to go to. So there, you know, really wasn't having to so much, you know, write things down and think things through as much as just, all right, pull up the mini-map, what's marked. You know, it said go to the east, which really it meant northeast, but I can look on the map and just see, oh, that's where the triangle or the exclamation point's pointing me. So I do wish that had been toned down a little bit. Hey, we got a mini medal. But again, it's not... I don't think that it, you know, makes the game a terrible game or anything like that. I just think that it, for me, it makes it so I don't have to think. And I like to think while I'm playing. You know, it gives my brain a workout. So, you know, not having to really just think and just play, kind of makes it on the, I hate to use the term boring side, but that's about the best thing I can think of here. Just because you don't have to focus. You can literally just absent-mindedly push buttons. Or just, you know, alright, follow what the map says. So, I don't know. That's one thing I kind of am a little sad about when it comes to this game, but overall, a lot of the changes here are welcome. I think they're great. And I think that it overall makes the game that much better. Alright, she needs a heal. Still getting used to the menuing. I do like being able to see everybody's stats in the bottom there. I think that's awesome. Open the chest. Got a golem heart. And a red fragment. So this will be used for the next map area. HP and MP completely restored. So definitely making these dungeons really easy with this. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm in the normal play that they're there. Maybe if I had chosen hard, I wouldn't get the HP MP. Or maybe those statues just wouldn't exist. Which that I would be fine with. Let me just say, don't need to do it again. So, I might, again, I won't record that, but I'll mess around with this on maybe the hard difficulty and see if those things still exist. If they do take those away on the hard difficulty, I think that's awesome. I think that's a great thing. I also love the voice acting. Voice acting's awesome.
Sorry, I didn't want you to have to find out like this. But I had a feeling this would happen. Well, now you know. I'm behind all the bad stuff that's been going on. I'm nothing more than another monster, ordered to make sure those women never return to their homes.
But Maeve! Why?
I'm sure you remember me telling you about how your man Malloy died alone, while the other villagers didn't lift a finger to help him.
He was my brother.
Well, Malloy was me big brother, so he was.
And again, part of the reason I love the voice acting in this is because of the stylized voicing. You know, making them different areas and things like that. So they're going to talk in weird ways, or they say words in kind of weird ways. I love that because I don't have to try to read it. I can just hear it. And it makes so much more sense to me that way.
I was still just a wee girl. But when he didn't come home, I marched off to this tower to try and find him. But what I found was someone else. Someone who told me terrible things. He told me the others had left Malloy to his fate, that it was their fault he was dead. I began to hate everyone back in the village. And before I knew it, the hatred had taken over me heart. I lost sight of who I was, and I changed.
Please, Maeve, you have to let those poor women go!
I'm sorry, but I just can't do as you ask. Listen, I've given them villagers chance after chance. But it's always the same. They may have named their village after a hero, but they're still the same bunch of rotten cowards they always were. The truth is, the only way to make all this end, the only way to get rid of this darkness, is to get rid of me. The key to setting the village's womenfolk free, it's me life.
Boss, wait! You shouldn't be wasting your time with small fry. Leave them to me.
I love that.
Right, ya.
Let's see
crab
you
walk
claw
this.
this one back.
Let's go ahead and do this. We didn't have a sap, did we? We'll try this aqua splash. Didn't really do that much. Let's go ahead and let loose. We'll maybe frizz him. Crack him. There we go. That's a good one. Oh, we do a flame slash. Oh, it shows what the thumbs up shows that it would affect him more, I'm assuming. So I can see the aqua splash actually does not hurt him as much as those other things do. Castile. Just keep it going. He's dead.
Easy peasy.
Level it up, so it means I got my MP back.
I'm sorry, boss.
Looks like I've no choice but to fight you now. But there's
Awesome.
one thing I want you all to believe. You remember back when I met yourselves by them graves? I didn't know whose they were, but I knew I wanted to leave flowers on them. That wasn't a lie or any sort of trick, like, that was the real me. Whatever part of me is still human made me go there. Made me want to do that. And it was that brave lad, Patrick, who awoke that part of myself.
Thanks, Patrick.
I realised that if I killed his dad, that poor lad might well end up on the same path as I did. I had to help them. I couldn't bear it if Patrick ended up sharing my fate. But all that's over now. There's not a trace of humanity left in me. It's time.
Here we go.
Hold your horses! Seems we got here in the nick of time.
Hanlon! And you brought backup too!
Huzzah.
Sure, it's all thanks to wee Patrick and that wooden doll of his. When we saw it, we realized it was the same yoke Malloy gave his sister all those years ago. and it all came flooding back like...
Look at the reflection in the guy in the green's eyes. You can actually see like a light reflection.
We knew we could never let something like that happen again.
It's when he looks up though. When he looks down, it's not there.
This time we can't leave it to someone else to save our skins. It's up to us to fight for our village's future.
Do you want to know something? I'd already decided what I was gonna do. If you'd left these young folks in the lurch like you did me big brother. I was planning to smash Ballymalloy to smithereens, to wipe it off the map. But you came. You finally came.
Your big brother? Or are you having us on? Can you really be Maeve? Sure, you're in an awful state altogether, but never mind that now. The point is, we're sorry. We really are. We just weren't thinking, like. And look, we're not expecting you to forgive us or nothing. All we're asking is that you give us one more chance. Come back with us, Maeve. Come home.
Please, Maeve. We want to make it up to you, like.
We're begging you. Come back with us.
I'm grateful for your words, but it's far too late. The darkness in me goes too deep. And the light won't return to this land while I'm alive. That was the fate decided for me.
What are you saying, like?
These young folks have freed me from the burden of hatred I carried for so long. And now there's one more thing I want you to do for me. You know what it is, don't you?
Yep.
Wait! No! You can't do that! You've just been reunited with the other villagers!
I saw the reverb they added to the voice, the fact that we're in a cave.
I'm afraid it's the only way to save the village.
Or
And that's
tower,
why I have
dungeon.
to ask you to do this for me. For all of us.
Reverb's a really nice touch. Alright. Oh. Yeah, it's like flat out showing me what works and what doesn't. I don't know if I'm not sure how I feel about that. Deflected the attack, eh? Yeah, Aqua Splash is not good. I mean, again, it saves you from having to you know, it saves you from wasting, you know, MP using skills or turns using skills and all that stuff, but in the same token, again, it takes away from that learning experience. Again, I don't hate it, I just think it's that hand holding. I would have expected that on the easy mode. Like if I had done the easy mode and that was doing that, then I would have been completely fine. I would have figured at least on the normal mode it wouldn't have done that.
Here comes the heat!
So maybe I will
Poor Maeve.
play this on hard mode when it's fully released.
Listen, Maeve. I want to thank you for what you did. You saved me and my boy. I'll never forget that.
I'm just glad the folks at Ballymalloy have finally learned something. But this is only the beginning. You've to make that village a happy place to live. You'll do that for me, won't you?
We will. I promise.
And can I ask one more favour? Will you tell Patrick that I'm grateful to him? Tell him that he saved Ballymalloy.
Aye. I'll be sure to tell him that.
Now I've one final thing to say. Thanks a million. And sorry for putting you through all of this. Listen, remember the forest, where I first met yourselves?
Yep.
I want you to go back there when this is all over. And please, you have to believe me. This was my only choice. Oh, and Maribel, thanks so much for giving me those seeds. It meant a lot. I've a funny feeling yous might just be able to change the world, so I have.
Well, a little bit of stutter there. See that, a bright blue sky. Feels like there's a part of my heart that the sunlight just can't reach, but you can't go give it into the spirit, now can you? Listen, what happened to Maeve was a crying shame, so it was, but what's done is done. This is something I wish they would have kept the voices in for stuff like this. I get when you're just going to do random talking to NPCs that maybe they're not going to have voice acting, but do it for more than just the quote-unquote cutscenes. Because, I mean, this is technically a cutscene. It just doesn't have voices. We need to pull together to make Ballymaloy a place full of smiles once more. You're right. It won't be easy, but it's the very least we owe to Maeve and Malloy. We're heading to the village. If we're in luck, our women folk will be there waiting for us. Hey, it's all back to normal. I should never let you out of my sight ever again. How much gold did I end up with? 584.
Oh,
All I remember was awful dark. So this isn't her type of bit of adventure now. Who was a kid and I was desperate altogether. Let's go ahead and head back. Yeah, we should check on. Oh, that's right. Falling in love with him again. Imagine poor Maeve was felt when she learned her brother Malloy was dead. We must never forget their tragedy. So one of the things I'm going to be interested to see is that one of the things that was cut from the very beginning. Now, see, it's showing exactly where we need to go, so I can walk and talk to everybody else, but we need to go back there and talk to them. I'm a little miffed by that, because again, like I said, I think for a newer player, it's going to take away the experience of exploring. You're just going to run from, point to point. Which, again, when you think about the Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior series, dude, it focused on all sorts of exploration, talking to every single person, sometimes multiple times, just to figure out what you needed to be doing. And again, I think maybe that's that aspect of the older games, just making your money worth it.
I'm just happy I managed to pluck up a bit of courage. Oh yeah, Dad, did you meet Maeve at all? We have to tell her we beat them monsters.
We did meet Maeve, lad, yeah. And she had something she wanted me to tell you. She said it was all thanks to you that the village was saved.
Really? Oh, deadly. And now it's safe. I'm gonna go and find her myself.
Yeah, about
I
that.
want to thank her for all she's done for us. I'll see you all later.
One day I'll tell the lad the truth. But now's not the time. It's all such a shame, like. By rights, Maeve should be back here where she belongs, living peacefully in the village. Sure, never mind me and me old blather. What's done is done and all that. Now, if I remember rightly, Maeve told you to go back to the forest where you first met her.
Sure did.
You should head there now, like. You never know. You might find some clues that'll help you find your way home. And if not, just remember, you've always a home waiting for you here in the village. You and your pal saved me life, and you saved our home. We'll not forget that in a hurry. Not that I'm hoping you don't find your way back, of course. I'll be praying you do. We all will. Anyway, let's me chatter. Off at you. And here's hoping this is goodbye. You know what I mean.
Alright. So go to the minimap, head to the forest, see if you can get way back to Estard. I'm not going to worry about the inn. I think we should be fine. Little Patrick, yeah. Look at all the flowers. I want to return the doll you gave me. Give me the courage I needed if you needed some yourself. Yes. Like it says, it hands it back. Hands it back to Iggy. Because, we gave it to him. Make sure to visit. No, should be happy to see you. Okay. Can we read the other one? No. But again, if I pull up the map, I can see we're just going all the way back down to the bottom. I do like it shows what direction you came from. I can see the little dots falling behind me on the minimap, because there's been times where I've stopped and questioned, like, okay, crap, what do I need to do next? I'm like, oh shoot, which direction did I come from? We back.
Huh? Hang about. We're back here. We were stood right here, remember? We talked to our weird floaty friend and slotted those stone fragments into the pedestal, and then...
Poof.
Hey, I am here, Try to be more respectful, please. I'm the fully fledged servant of a higher power, I'll have you know. But let's not get into the details of exactly who and what I am right now. I'm just glad to see you made it back safely. So, I trust you got the adventure you were hoping for, my young friends.
Sure.
What? Oh, yes, I suppose we did. Although, I'm still not quite sure what actually happened. Was it all a dream or something?
Don't be so stupid, Kiefer. How could it
Don't be so stupid.
Since when do 3 people have exactly the same dream? All I know is that I could have been killed, and it was all your fault. Are you even listening? No! You're staring off into space as usual. Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
No, you didn't. You're just saying that.
You don't know that.
What's that rumbling?
A new island appeared. Ta-da!
What the heck just happened? Well, at least it stopped shaking now. For a second there, I thought we were being sent back to Ballymalloy.
You are.
Just a little tremor. don't be such a baby. The main thing is, we're back. And I don't know about you, but I've had quite enough excitement for one lifetime. I'm heading home. My mother must be worried sick, which means I'll probably never hear the end of this. Thanks for nothing, you two.
Welcome.
Ah! My dad'll be tearing his hair out too. I'm really for it this time. Listen, I'd better get back to the castle. I'll be in touch, okay?
Charming. And where's my goodbye, huh? What am I, invisible or something? There's no helping some people. Anyway, come on. We better get going.
Not so fast, my friends.
What?
Now I know you've had a curious experience, but be under no illusions. That was no dream. Although I think you know that already. And I also think you know what you need to do next.
Oh, we do we? Well, I, for one, haven't got the foggiest. And I'm sure he doesn't either.
Rude.
You must continue to collect all the tablet fragments you can find, of course. Do that, and you'll soon come to understand. I guarantee it.
That's what you made us stop for? To tell us we basically have to figure everything out for ourselves? Well, thanks a bunch. We'll be heading off now, if it's all the same to you.
Oh, but of course. You run on home and get some rest. You'll need plenty of energy if you're going to go out fragment hunting. And remember, as soon as you find any, bring them straight to me. Put enough of them together, and the way forward will be revealed. Oh, good luck now.
So we do have one. We only just made it back in one piece the last time Norwich today. Come on, let's get back to Pilchard. So anyway, one of the things I'm going to be interested to see how they handle. They got rid of the hunters cabin, which is when you get this dog or the wolf person. You know, you eventually have to go to him. So I'm wondering how they're going to handle that. I don't want any detours or anything nonsense. Just take me back to Pilchard Bay. Rude. Grab the sparklies. We're back. Finally, I can barely keep my eyes open. I'm going to head home. See you later. Let's go up here and grab these. 1 gold coin. Freaking rich. I realized we never even popped into these houses. Hey, treasure. Locked. 5 gold. 7 gold. $10 gold. I also think whenever they release the full version of this, when I play through it, I'll play through it like it's my first time playing it. What I mean by that is, like, I'll be talking to a lot of the NPCs and characters and things like that that I really didn't do in this demo. Where exactly have you been? You had us all worried sick. You, Maribel, and Prince Kiefer all gone at once. I've been beside myself. I don't want you scaring me like that ever again. Is that clear? It's not like you to be so obliging. Are you sure you're not hiding anything from your dear old mother? Well, thank your lucky stars we got bigger fish to fry right now. I don't know if you've heard, but they're saying they discovered a whole new island just next to us. Your father and Mermaid have gone to the castle to speak to the king about it. I, for one, don't believe a word of it, of course. If there was another island out there, your father would have found it long ago. So now if we look at our map, I'm sure it's, yep, meet up with Kiefer. Let's drop a save real quick.
Ah.
Yes. No. Let's go. I forgot that the left directional stick was the heal all. Could have used that earlier. Oh well. Why does it still say my objectives here? Oh. Now see, I've done all sorts of exploring and running around had I not done that. Well, I can still see the footprints in the sand. Don't mind me, just gonna break some stuff first. Okay.
What's she doing here?
Ha! She's here because you two are the most predictable pair of idiots on this island.
Again, rude.
We'll just have to live
Even
with
if it
I
is true.
suppose. This is actually... Have you heard about this meeting they're having up at the castle about the new island? Well, it must be serious, because they even asked that miserable old so-and-so Dermot to go and tell them what he knows. Anyway, you're not going to believe this, but we're not allowed to be part of it.
Jerks.
Outrageous, right? What are they thinking, inviting old Hermit Face and leaving us out? Well, if that's the way they want to play it, then fine. The time has come to use the you-know-what. You're with me, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Of course you are. Now, let's get this show on the road. Okay, same as always. On my count.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
Wow! So there was a staircase under there. Oh, who would have guessed? Not that I'm impressed, of course. Come on, then. Let's get down there, shall we?
Go, 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 go.
Just look at her.
Hey! Don't rush off without me!
So what do you think? She's beautiful, isn't she? And we finally got her back in full working order.
I know this ship. It used to belong to my father. He got rid of it years ago, though. Said it was a worm-infested old pile of planks.
Oh.
All it needed was a little tender, loving care, right? How long have we spent fixing it up now? 2 years? 3? We nearly gave up at one point, didn't we? We just didn't think we were going to be able to do it on our own. But then, good old Dermot came to the rescue. I tricked the old know-it-all. Anyway, enough talk. It's finally time to set sail!
Woohoo.
All set?
Yep.
That's the spirit. Look out, world. Here we come.
Come on, Merville.
Set a course for the uncharted continent.
Amazing. Were you really just going to sail off and leave me standing there? I can't believe you.
Hop on board. You're the one just sitting there.
And it's not a new continent, you bonehead. It's just an island.
Whatever you say, shipmate. Now come on! Anchors away! Onward!
This is where it's going to end. Oh no, we actually get to go on the ship. Cool. Board a boat, walk up to the one floating in the water, press A, hold RT to speed up, disembark. You zoom somewhere, your ship will move to the nearest marker. So the new island is up here. Random battles still in the water. Awesome. That is a lot of stuff. Man, there. Ganging up. Critical spell. Res works well on these three. Let's go to the Cyclone. Kiefer. Oh man. What sucks is she is now unable to cast. So am I. Use crit. Another really nice crit.
That's how it's done.
That is how it's done. Bravo leveled up. Treasure chest. Let's heal up. Disembark on this side. Let's see what's here. Seed of Magic. Medicinal herb. Look how much nicer it looks. And you can see we are supposed to go up to where the inn used to be. Here to buy. Copper sword, mallet, shield, wayfarer's clothes, leather armor. Pointy hat, leather hat. Let's go ahead and get... Go ahead and buy one at a time, huh? Strange physical rebellion of Patrick and his father at any moment. Medicinal. Let's just go ahead and talk to you. Be hoping to get my hands on some lovely rainbow rocks. All this fine is rubbish, just my luck. That might be worth something to somebody, so I brought it back with me, but it's just some slab of stone with all kinds of wonky writing on it. Yeah, I'll take it. Yes. It told no. No. I'll take it. Thank you. After morning mountain, I'll take a look down the mine southeast of here. Neat little trick non-members can use. I'll teach you. You paid attention. Right here goes nothing. If you roll them rocks, you'll be quick. Rainbow rocks are so fine. Only find them going down the mine. Try to hold down that note at the end for as long as humanly possible. Antidotal herb.
Oh.
See, long ago, Ballymaloy suffered a terrible calamity. The island was shut off. The rest of the people didn't give in to despair. They summoned surge to fight back. Well, people of Ballymaloy were resigned to their fate until 3 mysterious strangers turned up. Gee, I wonder who those 3 strangers were. Alright. Let's go ahead and head to the little crystal mine, shall we? I don't think there's another town or another house I want to visit. Alright, so we're gonna head over here.
Oh.
We're good in here. Would you mind? Yeah, only members can come in. If you see me, the guild's official anthem. So, you know what? I'm all ears. Bravo, it's been a performance. You held the final note for so long as word you might pass out. Go on then. Sweet. Again, I'm not going to worry too much about speaking to people unless we have to. Over here. Have a chest all the way over here. $100 gold. Same deal. Come over here. Alright. That's our other fragments. That's all 3 of the red fragments. Wonder how things are going back to the castle. Yeah, so back to the castle. Now I wonder, are we able to zoom out of here? Yes, so you can zoom inside buildings and caves and all that now.
Oh.
Oh, Your Highness, how'd you manage to get the slip again? You'll get into trouble, you know. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm back now. Could you lower the drawbridge? That's another thing they cut, because if I remember correctly, you had to actually find him here. So I think it was the spot I got stuck at. Because there's a certain, like, path you have to take and all that stuff.
Huh.
I'll go sneak it out again, okay? He promises. Alright, so we gotta go up, around, and over to get there. Stay away from the time being. Could open this stuff real quick. Come over here. See, really clearly, it can't always have been there, right? We just can't have missed it. What's going on? I'll go down here. That gets us in here. Bow tie. Mini medal. It's the sister. Go down through here. Go up. We have to go down. So this one last time, let me through, you great lummox. I don't know who you are, but I'm not letting you through, especially not if you use language like that. We're getting to this dunderhead. Well, visit my young friends. Perfect timing. It's me, the old man who lives out by the cliff. The kind and generous and knowledgeable old hermit, remember? I'm paying a visit to an old friend of mine, but this adult won't let me through. Can I trouble? Do you have a word with your friend? Move.
Thanks.
Get out the way. So the boy's claiming he's a friend. That can't be right, can it? It's a long story. He's telling the truth. Yes, he's my friend. Would you mind letting him pass? He probably won't cause any trouble. Of course, I mean, I'm not sure about. But how are you going to disobey a direct order? Please go ahead. Let's get going, shall we? Do try to keep up. He's freaking cruising. No, refuse to believe it's a little load of nonsense. It must be. So I'm way to find out if it's true or not. Give it to me, we'll know. Come on, hand it over. You really got your bee in a bonnet? What's the matter? Oh, Prince Kiefer. Ah, the thing. I may have failed to mention that there's actually another stone tablet fragment here on the island. This shriveled up old has-been has been clanging onto it for years. I'm here to take it back. There's no way I'm handing that tablet fragment over. I couldn't care less if you're rubbing shoulders with royalty. It's staying where it is, and that's that. Stubborn old so-and-sos, nothing else for it. I'd like to ask you a question. Do you think the stone tablet you found might have anything to do with the new island appearing? Well, we really don't know. Tell us everything about what's happened. You caught all that, didn't you? So you know what must be done. These young folks need that tablet. Look, I'm not, Listen, we can't change the past. Well, you and I really fouled up all those years ago. It's no wonder there's still bad blood between us. But right do a couple of old buffers like us have to stand in the way of these young folks? Their dream was our dream once, wasn't it? But our dream is past. It's the duty of the new generation to take up the baton. All this talk of dreams, you haven't changed a bit, have you? Very well, you convinced me. The fragment is yours. Do with it as you please. Alright, on to the raft. There we go. Yes. Okay. jails. Let's go back to where we were just at. Then walk around to the back of the castle. Yeah, we walk around. Should definitely be able to finish this today, I would think. Cypress stick. Here's the other fragment. Nice.
Huh?
Let's cast one. I've never even knew this room existed. Place the tag with fragments. Okay, so we're ready for us to do the next part. Just skips so much of the original game. I'm what, 3 hours in, I think, roughly. And I'm where I would have been at like 12 to or 10 to 12 hours in. That's the end of the story included in Dragon Quest VII Reimagined demo. However, you can pick right up where you left off the version of the game. Would you like to record your adventure so far? Yes. Save under 2 here. Well, here's the end of the demo. Definitely really streamlined for sure. Just need about to return to the title screen. All right, we're gonna leave that here for a second. So like I said, I'm excited to see how they're gonna handle some of this stuff with some of the stuff they've cut out. Like I said, cutting out that the hermit, or not the hermit, the woodsman. You know, how we're gonna handle our wolf friend in the top right here. Yeah, I think this is, as long as they have taken care of the rest of the game like they have the beginning, this should be a great game. Definitely probably improves, or will improve people's thought of 7. I'm sure it's going to kind of jump the rankings in some people's favorites based off this, those who are players of the series. And yeah, I'm excited to kind of see where things go. You know, when we think about Dragon Quest 4, 5, 6, and then 8 and 9, you know, 4, 5, 6, and 9 originally, or, you know, 4, 5, and 6 were on SNES. In the West, we first got them on the DS, I'm pretty sure. And then 9 was also on the DS. I would love to see like 2D HD versions of those. I don't think they would get the same treatment that we see here. Just because this is modeled after a more high definition version of the PlayStation 1 look versus the other ones. So I could kind of see maybe those going to maybe like a 2D HD, or I could maybe even see this, I guess, for 9. But for 4, 5, and 6, I see them maybe trying to go back to their SNES counterparts or Super Famicom counterparts. And then, you know, that leaves 8. 8 was one where they kind of went a little bit more, you know, kind of realistic, if you will, with the people, proportions and all that kind of stuff. So, that I think they could slap on a new coat of paint like they did 7. Not make it look like 7, but again, slap on a new coat of paint to make it look better than what it did. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with the rest of this game. I will eventually be picking it up. Like I said, I would prefer to get through 9 and 11 before I pick this up because, again, at this point, I'm just going to buy it. It's going to sit in my library until I finally get to it, which is why I have not bought 1, 2, or 3 2D HD. Trying to get through some things first so that I can get to stuff like that. There's just so many games coming out anymore that it's kind of hard to keep up. But anyway, we're going to call that one here. So thanks for watching, guys. If you are new to the channel and you do like what you see, remember to hit that subscribe button and follow along with what we do here. Hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts on the demo. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.